Hello there. Come here, my little friend. Don't be afraid.
Welcome back to the Tidarium Hangar. This is Mike, and today I want to talk to you about the May the 4th of 2022 live stream from Hasbro. Yes, it was a bit lackluster. They're really sort of an uneventful event, but there were some really good nuggets of good things in there. I'm going to talk about those, and of course I'm going to tell you how many items I pre-ordered, 0, and then we're going to get into a couple of surprises that even happened after that, and some more updated information, because they did not talk about price during the live stream, so you had to wait a day to find that out. So we're going to talk about all of this and more coming up. So first off, we're going to talk about the vintage collection, because that's kind of where my heart lies the most. Then we're going to get into Black Series and then all the other good stuff, and then kind of some other things going on. So first off, I want to say that everything still has plastic for the packaging. So far, no announcement of eliminating packaging yet. Of course, they don't want to upset people before, I guess, celebration. So with that, first reveal here, we've got the 332nd Ahsoka's Clone Trooper. So this is obviously something that's going to be made in the vintage collection. They made it in the Black Series, so it's kind of no surprise at all. So if you're into the Clone Wars stuff, you might want to pick this one up. Moving into the next one, Anakin Skywalker. So this is the Padawan one. Now, I can't help but think anytime they released any Anakin in the vintage collection, it pegworms hard. I think a lot of the vintage collection collectors, the 3.75, are really original trilogy collectors, so some of this kind of stuff, unless it's a troop builder, does kind of pegworm, but it is a kind of a cool looking figure overall. I didn't pre-order it, but if I see it on the shelf, I probably would buy it, because that is kind of cool and interesting. So I do like his cloak. It kind of looks kind of cool. The soft goods that are all integrated into it, really nice touch on a vintage collection figure overall. $14.99 for these, unless they're the gaming greats. So now I believe the Fallen Order falls into gaming greats. This is a heavy assault stormtrooper. Now, I'm not one that needs a million different stormtroopers and a million different things for stormtroopers. I'm just happy with standard stormtroopers, but some people really like this extra kind of stuff. So he gets a blast shield, and yeah, a blast shield and some blast effects. So that's kind of something sort of new to me. I haven't noticed blast effects so much in Star Wars. We see it in Transformers and other things, so I guess I'm not surprised at all that they're doing it, and it's a pretty nice looking Stormtrooper overall. So now we get into the Stormtrooper commander of the Force Unleashed. So this is pretty cool. I think it's on Felucia. That's what the background looks like, but this is one of those things that I don't really care to have another Stormtrooper, obviously, but the card looks so cool, I kind of want it for the art and the card bag. This kind of gets into that whole, if they didn't have the plastic bubble but had the cool card art, I wouldn't want it. It's weird and it's strange and I can't explain it, but if I see it, I'll pick it up. With this, it's the higher price point of $18. Let me look real quick. Sorry, $16.99 for the Commander Stormtrooper, because it's a gaming greats. Gaming greats are $16.99 and they just carry, I guess, a $1 premium. So the most popular of all these is the Mandalorian Super Commando, which is sold out on Hasbro Pulse right now. I think the only thing that they put up for pre-order that has actually sold out so far for the vintage collection for this round is this Mandalorian Super Commando. So it does look pretty cool. It is pretty interesting for the Clone Wars and all of that. And I like the card art. I think the figure looks pretty good. Let's check out just the figure in kind of a pose like this. Looks pretty interesting. So yeah, it's a nice looking figure overall. So getting into the Phase 1 Clone Troopers for the vintage collections, this is one of those packs where you can build your army, and it's $45. And so with this is exactly what you need for troop building. Troop building is a thing, so let's just give in to your anger and troop build. So for those who want this, it's available, and these things do usually sell out pretty quick overall because people like troop build armies. People get 3 and 4 of these packs. So pretty awesome, and it's a lower price point per figure because less packaging. This is something that shocked me. When I saw it, I couldn't believe what I was seeing, and then it was what I thought they were doing. They're reissuing Wave 1 of the Retro Collection. So for those who weren't around when this came out, it was like a Target exclusive, and it was really strange because it showed up at Target only in the men's clothing section for a Father's Day kind of thing, which is really strange. And I had to hunt me down 2 sets across 2 states to find them, and it was a pain. in the butt to find them, but I finally found them, and it was pretty exciting. It was kind of fun in a way, but if I already wasn't traveling for a few things, then I probably would never have gotten my sets. So now people can get this by simply clicking pre-order, so that's pretty nice, that's pretty convenient. But then now we're going into Super Mando for the new figures, which is kind of cool too. I'm finding those bits and pieces of the Mandalorian collection in retro style. I was actually very pleased to see that they are still putting them out with the plastic bubbles, so I don't know if they reissue any more like Wave 2, which I don't think they'll reissue Wave 2, but if they reissue more, will they have not the plastic bubbles? Or is this a good sign that they're just not going to mess with Star Wars? Maybe enough fans complained and their voices are heard, a million fans cried out at once, and then Hasbro was silenced. So next we have this Clone Trooper 187th Battalion, and this I believe is a Walgreens exclusive. I do not have price on this. I don't know what Walgreens will charge for it and all that, and of course we have no idea when to expect it in store. Like, people will put up, hey, it's showing up in this part of the country, and then 2 months later it shows up in mine. So that's just how it works. So with that, you'll not be able to order this online. It's in-store only, it's standing room only, and it is a cool looking clone. If I see one, I'll grab it for my son because he keeps up with all the clones and all that kind of stuff. So this is the beginning of the Black Series segment. Here's what it looks like out of the box, out of the packaging. I think it's a pretty cool looking figure overall, and I like Stormtroopers. My son likes clones and Stormtroopers. He's got a problem because he likes it all. Okay, so we have more of this Cantina band set going on, but for the Black Series. Now, if you have been collecting Star Wars for 26 years like me, you probably already have the Melloway set, which is fine, it's okay, does what I need it to do, would have rather than been on a card back, but that's the way I feel. But I have those, so I guess for the Black Series, the 6-inch scale, there it is, and it's kind of fun to see this, but it's not fun to see the price. And there's discussion that there's 7 different characters, so you'd need to buy probably 6 of the one on the left for $25. Good thing they're holding 25. And then the one on the right, it's 40. It's $38.99 or something like that. So, but it comes with a bunch of accessories and different instruments and stuff. So that's kind of the expectations. You're going to buy one of this and 6 of the other. It's still going to get really expensive. But you do get all of these instruments and all kinds of cool stuff. So let's kind of see what else is going to come in that package for the deluxe set. And what comes in there is a chair and kind of this weird looking drum thing, and it does look pretty cool that to have all of that and to be all the different configurations you'd want. And then of course you have this thing, and I don't know, you got some. It's interesting. It's interesting to say the least. I don't know much about all of these instruments. I just know kind of that they're there, and what I got with my vintage or whatever you call the 90s stuff. No, a lot of people are going to love the band members, but it doesn't really help us get the 96, right? Like, the ultimate hardcore collectors are still trying to get the Kenner 96 in Black Series. 2050 by the time we get that. But New Republic security droid. Now, I don't specifically remember this droid, like what it looked like, so I'd have to go back and rewatch the episode where they are in the prison planet or the prison ship or whatever that was. But this is a pretty interesting droid. I like droids. Definitely, if I see it in person, I'm going to have to buy it. And hopefully I can see it somewhere that's got a sale, or maybe wait for a sale or something. But still pretty cool. And, you know, this is one of those things you might want to have a few of. You know, we still don't have the Dark Trooper. That droid I'm excited for. So here's what it looks like out of the packaging. And I just love droids, expanding the universe with more droids. But I don't remember what it looked like, so I can't tell you if it's accurate or not. Now, this is something that should give you some sort of vintage collection, vintage original trilogy feels with it. And this is Princess Leia in her Ewok village gown. Now, I do remember when they did the 2-packs back in the 90s, and they had the Princess Leia collection, and that was kind of cool. That was kind of fun, and it's kind of fun in a way, getting something that was never made before, and so that was fun. But she's not in this gown that long in the movie, but still, it's just something sort of, they use the term iconic, but yeah, it actually is kind of iconic because Return of the Jedi is a lot of fun. But she does come with a spear. Now, the spear is pretty much a Wicket spear or something along those lines, and they said they looked at Forces of Destiny, the really felt dull line that didn't work out, to see from that show, I guess they made a show, I didn't even know they made a show, but from that show that she wields this and that's why they gave her some sort of accessory. They want to have some sort of value in the box other than just Leia and a blaster, and I do sort of commend them for that. Okay, well, I say that's the end of Black Series figures, but we still have the Black Series helmet and a lightsaber. So Darth Vader lightsaber has gotten very expensive. So has the Kylo Ren. That's that dude's name, Kylo Ren. So those helmets have gotten pretty expensive on the secondary market. So they're reissuing this, and there's supposed to be some upgrades to it. I don't really know what all the upgrades are to this helmet. I think it looks good. I've had several helmets over the years, but none that are this good, and I haven't decided to spend the money on it. Like, truthfully, the $130 price point that this is going to carry, I still don't know if I'm in on it. Maybe if I could get it for under $100 or something along those lines. But at the end of the day, they put a lot of work and effort into this. This is kind of like those EFXs, and it is very nice. And if you're into those helmet replicas, I've kind of got one toe in it. It's not really the end of the world for me if I pass on it or miss it. Same with this lightsaber here. Now, it is cool. It is a cool lightsaber. I know that these ultimate lightsabers are so much better than standard lightsabers, but I'm really happy with what I get for like 100 to 140 for normal lightsabers. I don't know if they're going to ever do those anymore, if that's over, but they want to get $278 out of this thing, so kind of crazy. It's the Force Effects Elite lightsaber, and it's not ultimate, it's elite, and there's the packaging. Here it is all lit up. It's got I guess it comes with this stand, so it can stand like this, and looks pretty cool, looks pretty good. But, you know, a lot of people said that if you put them sideways that they will bend or bow or whatever. I'm just looking at 8 years on mine with absolutely no bending or bowing on them, so, you know, maybe it takes 12 or 20 or something. But that's a big part of the reason why the lightsaber stand is like this, straight up and down, so it doesn't bow. So, there was some Ewan McGregor, I guess he's just doing a guest spot on Jimmy Kimmel Live. Now, by some strange force in the universe, that my TV had Jimmy Kimmel Live on, because I don't watch him anymore. Since he left the Man Show, he was second fiddle at Man Show, then he went downhill with his own show. But anyway, Ewan McGregor was on. Of course, everyone loves Ewan McGregor. We've got to watch him. I want to hear what he's going to say about his new show and all that. And then he whips this out. He whips out this figure here. I was like, man, that's awesome. The significance of this is we see the packaging, we still see the plastic, but it's listed with 3 accessories. The thing about this is we don't see one of them or it's clear. So I don't know what's going on. Is that a spoiler and they took it out before they sent him its figure? So it's a pretty nice looking figure. I don't know if it's new tooling or what. I don't know. But cool looking cloak, cool looking figure. It seems about right and about fitting. I'm looking forward to this. I've enjoyed The Mandalorian, and Book of Boba Fett had its high points and low points, but I'm glad I watched it. I'm not going to probably rewatch that at all, but still, it was worth watching once. But this, I think, might be something you watch a couple of times. It's going to have all of those original trilogy feels, and this figure gives you some of those original trilogy feels. And you think about, like, you know, what was Alec Guinness looking like and doing during this time frame. So for me, it fills a gap, and it'd be kind of fun. And then here he goes without his cloak on, so you kind of see everything that's going on. Still looks pretty good and creates some excitement and buzz for the show. The show should be creating the excitement and buzz for the figure, right? So last of the pipeline reveals, so we got this Hk87 Droid, which I still don't know what it is, what show it's from or anything. And I assume that the other droid that they revealed for the Black Series was allegedly all new tooling, so obviously they need to repaint that and slightly retool that into something else. So that's probably what's going on here. Luke Skywalker Season 2 of The Mandalorian, which is probably going to be one of the most definitive Skywalkers. Well, you can't say definitive. It's number 3 or 4 in a line of 20. So, but it's still probably going to look awesome. And we did kind of see some stuff with the Rancor HasLab that failed, that they made fail, or they stumbled it, or whatever. But they still have the plan to make this figure, so let's go ahead and make this figure. Maybe they got a plan to whip out the Rancor down the road with better offerings. So anyway, let me know what you think about these reveals. Are you in on any of this? Did you pre-order any of it? Are you like me and didn't pre-order any of it at all, and you're just kind of waiting to see if you see it in the store? Those kinds of things. But let me know in the comments below. Like and subscribe. Hanger out.